Quick walkthrough of how I make and build a soup. Now, I know I've done a few soups. You could probably go back in my lives and on my YouTube channel and see there's plenty of variation. And you say, what, another soup? But I'm not eating at the moment. I'm actually doing a fast. So I've been just drinking water and a few juices and a few broths. So this is day 4 of my juice fast. So I've got all this produce to use up. My husband's been away, getting home late, leaving early. So I've just taken a look what I needed to get through in my fridge. And only the other day I dropped down to Coles, and good timing to get in and find a couple of bunches of kale marked down. Yes, 30 cents. So what I did was, it looks a bit sad, but I did soak one bunch and cleaned it up. And this one just got thrown in the fridge for a few more days. So I'm going to deal with that later, tell you about that. And the other bunch that I had soaked, I've got it here ready to go on the steamer because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in multi-layering with the Thermomix. This is where you save time and of course energy, so you're not doing 2 and 3 pots going at the one time. I'm going to cook my soup underneath with the kale that's just going to get steamed up, so I can keep that in the fridge for a bit longer because it gets to that point, starts to go yellow, and I don't want to lose it. So I could chop it down, throw it in the freezer if I wanted to, but I'm just going to steam it up and then be able to use it in some spinach slice or something like that. So I've just take a peek here of chopped onion and garlic and just sauteed that up. So that's just a 3-minute saute. Just get myself set here. I'm going to be doing this with one hand, so hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on. All right, this is just a quick one, so I don't want to chat too long and hold you up, so I appreciate your time. So this is how I build a soup. Of course, onion, garlic, ginger, whatever you want to add to that, chilies, all in, chopped, sauteed, and then whatever veggie matter you've got. So again, I say this is what I needed to use up because otherwise it's going to get thrown out. Can't have that. So I generally go somewhere around the... Got rid of that. Sorry, Joe. Talk to you later. And I'll just put it on flight mode. Realitygram, that's what happens these days when you're not thinking ahead of time. So I've got 600 grams of veggies in there, and that could be anything. So this is where I love to just build my soup on leftovers. If you want a veggie smuggle, it could be all mushrooms, it could be potato and leek, it could be a mixture, which is what I've got in here. So I'm just going to chop that up now for about 10 seconds. Close enough, you can actually hear when it's done. And I always do a bit of a chop down first. You're going to be blending it up in the end, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But as you can see, you know, there's very few blenders that can have the capacity of doing that. Just a quick 10-second chop. All right, and then the next thing we're going to pop in is some stock. So back to our scales. Gotta love the built-in scales. It just makes it streamline quicker. So I'm going to use the same quantity. So I've done 600 grams and I'm going to do another 600 grams of that's actual chicken stock that I've made. But if you want to do, it animal products free, you can add your, it's my veggie stock paste, which is made in the Thermomix also. So good. I use both just to give that salt content that we want. Now, you can see in there, I've done 800 and 800 and been able to increase the volume, but I'm just doing a small batch here. I'm actually making some for my neighbour. I have got customers that request just litres of soup that I make for them, so you know, if anybody's interested, to your liking. And then my little hidden tip here is use some leftover roasted veggies. I'm just going to pop in a couple of pieces of roasted pumpkin that that was something I just roasted up the other day for this purpose, but if you had leftovers, it becomes a thickener. So it's a great way to make your soup, of course, dairy-free if you wanted to, or grain-free. Some people put in, you know, chickpeas or corn flour or whatever to thicken, but I find that, yeah, adding more veggies in it does the job. Some people use cashews or other nuts to thicken, but my little trick with the roasted veggies is just fine. So I'm just going to give that another quick blend just so that the pumpkin's chopped down, mixed through that. All right, so soup's done. Blitzed and ready to go. That'll get another blitz at the end of the cook time. So now I'm going to cook for 20 minutes. This is the beauty of not transferring everything. One bowl wonder, love it. Now I'm going to kick it up to Varoma temperature because that's going to be the top temperature to give us the free steam that comes up above. And that's where we'll place our kale. You know, I could be cooking some steamed coconut lemon puddings. I could be doing something else on top. It just means you cook once, 20 minutes, and you end up with 2 dishes. So I love using the Varoma. I hope that my customers are all using their Varoma because it is just a star. And if you're intimidated by that, I want you to text me. Let me know what I can do to assist you, help you, and increase your use of this amazing component of the Thermomix. So I'm just going to pop on speed 2 or 3, get that going. So hello Kathy, hello, Jane's out there too, good to see you ladies. So I'm going to finish up. This was, as I said, just a really quick one. Pop on a few little things to show how quick and simple it is. I've got this other bunch to deal with now, which I'm just going to soak and dry, and I might make some kale chips. So if you've not made your own kale chips, awesome. That's just with a little bit of coconut oil, olive oil, and some salt. You can put some cayenne pepper, a little bit of spike to it if you want to. And yeah, 30-cent kale chips. I've got to say, you know, with these lockdown days, and I did do an online order a few days before we went into lockdown, so I had a lot of things that I needed. But I love just going down the shops, we're allowed to, right? Just to pop my head in, because this is what you miss out on when you do your online order, is just the actual spot specials like this. And I've been blessed to walk in and get all sorts of baby spinach marked down and other things. So there's my little tip. So this month, for purchasing a Thermomix, as I'd like to give a little ad for those who are watching this later, you're getting a free bread tin and a bread mat. Amazing value, extra $140, $50 right there to add to your already amazing appliance. And look, I don't think there's ever been a day that it's more needed and necessary. My one health tip that I give as a coach is I tell people cook at home. You're far better cooking at home using your own salt, your own oil, proper oil, not canola vegetable oils that are just inflaming, and all the other additives and fillers that come with store-bought meals. So this has been a blessing to me, my Thermomix. I've actually just made up a heap of little treats for my dogs. So there's lots of things that you can do. I've done, some dog treats. And that probably saves me $20 to buy a packet of, liver treats and what have you in the shop. So that's all just ingredients that I've had, not really a recipe. I just throw things together, and I can put hemp oil in there, flaxseed oil. I can put some, quality vegetable produce. I've used up my veggie pulp before and all sorts of things. So that's what you can do when you've got a Thermomix. It's great. You can take and use any of your leftover produce. There's no waste. You know, the average person is throwing out around about $20, $30 a week You might not be the average person, but there are certainly people out there that buy stuff fully intending to use it and they don't, so it gets thrown out. So stay warm, stay safe, stay cooking your own meals at home, and give me a bell if you need any assistance, meals, coaching, love and support. I'll give it to you. Take care, friends. Thanks for joining me, ladies. See ya.